Welcome back to Parish Profiles. I'm here now visiting with Father John Fluetsch, who happens to be the pastor of this beautiful parish for the past 15 years. Father John, I wonder if you could just introduce us a little bit to the Wasco community environs.
Wasco is a middle-sized country town. It is located on the crossroads of Highway 46 going from 99 to the ocean and Highway 43 going from Taft to Selma. The population is about a little more than 21,000 people. Very mixed population. The center of Wasco is really the high school. It is very much agricultural. It used to be known for its roses. It is now growing far more almonds, but there are still roses here as well.
Regarding the parish itself, what would you say is the gem of the parish, the pearl, the jewel?
Wasco has many programs and activities like most parishes. But the jewel used to be our Catholic school. And when the Catholic school was about 80 years old, it became too difficult to keep it open and had to close it. And at the time of closing it, Bishop Steinbach, who was the bishop of the Diocese of Fresno at that time, he asked us to open a family catechesis. I had no idea what a family catechesis was at that
Bishop?
time.
That is very daring thought. It was like trying to give the parish another purpose.
Yes, very much so. We didn't know what it was. Many families were hurt and grieving, but moving on, the family catechesis became a birth. And we studied books, we watched videos, we worked with the media center in Fresno and the catechetical director in Fresno. We talked with some people at the Newman Center in order to understand how a family catechesis runs.
How did it effectively start here for you at St. John's?
I hired our former principal, Jeanette White, and she became the director of the family catechesis. We called her the development director of the parish. And she was a master catechist. She had graduated from New Wine and had great experience and knowledge about education and catechesis. And so under her direction, we studied and worked towards and wrote lesson plans and eventually opened the family catechesis.
Your parish, I think, has monolingual English, monolingual Spanish. How do you address that with family catechesis?
Our first year, we did family catechesis only in English. And the second year, we then opened 2 nights in Spanish and 2 nights in English. And we still do that today, but it's done differently today. Many of the children will speak English or Spanish. So it is up to the parents to decide which that they want to go to the English night or to Spanish night.
Whom do you have guiding this process here at the parish?
For our Spanish, we have Alicia Gonzalez, and for our English, we have Rosie Zabala. We have several catechists, both in English and Spanish. We have teams of catechists. Some do crossover and are there both nights, but we have 2 separate teams. And so we'll see one in action tonight.
For you personally, Father John, how has this evolution seemed to be going?
This has been very good. It was difficult to start with. It was very much like a death, but very much like a resurrection as well. And the family catechesis has blossomed tremendously. It hasn't always been easy. Our expectations and the family expectations have not always been the same, but it has blossomed well. I have always asked the families to do three things. And my expectation is that the whole family, parents, grandparents, children, infants to grandparents, everyone in the family is welcome. And we ask them to come to the monthly family catechesis. I expect them to come to Mass every weekend, Saturday night or Sunday. And then they are supposed to pray together as a family in the home, supporting prayer and communication in the family at home.
Thank you, Father John Fluetsch, for sharing with us the process in your parish and in yourself of moving from death to resurrection through this family catechetical program. We're very grateful for that. We're going to be visiting next with Rosie Zabala, who happens to be, under Father, the director of the English version, the English component of Family Catechesis here at St. John's in Wasco. Rosie, could you tell us a little bit more about this interesting program called Family Catechesis here at St. John the Evangelist in Wasco? Who participates? What do you do? And what's the best part of it?
Family catechesis is catechesis for the entire family. We don't have the traditional after-school CCD program anymore. That stopped when the school closed. So this is our 5th year of family catechesis. We meet with the families once a month, and we do that for 4 nights usually during the 3rd week of the month. Sometimes it has to be moved up to the 2nd week of the month. We do it twice in English and twice in Spanish. And as I said, we only meet with the family once a month. The gathering begins at 6 o'clock and usually ends about 8:30.
That's a long evening. What do you kind of do in those 2.5 hours?
When they come in, they register so we can keep track of their attendance. They go into the main hall where we do Faith First. We have a family come up and read the gospel. We have the question of the week. We give them time to talk about that amongst their family and other families that share their same table. Then we ask if anyone would like to share any of their answers or any of their experiences. We ask for intentions, we say a prayer, and then we either divide by grade level or we keep the whole family together. In April, we've kept the whole family together.
How many people are involved in this, and your catechist, how many? How do you divide the work?
We have volunteer catechists. In our English group, we have about 12 catechists. In our Spanish group, we have more, at least 15, and also some of those go and help in our English family catechesis. We have about 250 to 300 families registered in the program.
Families.
Families, and those families could have anywhere from 3 to 5 or 6 children.
Oh, this is amazing. This is totally a parish approach to religious ed.
Yes.
Now, take April. What did you actually do in that session, the pre-Easter session?
That gathering was focused on the Holy Eucharist. So we had 3 stations. One was featuring the Last Supper. We'll also have washing of the feet. The second is Father John dressing the altar table.
We have the Roman Missal, and it has all of the prayers and directions for Mass in it.
And then the last one will be the families coming together and witnessing the crucifixion.
Jesús, al ver a su hija, después de eso, como Jesús sabía que ya todo se había cumplido y para que se cumpliera la Escritura, dijo.
How do you wrap up your evenings, bring them to conclusion, find out what happened? How do you do that?
We have all the families come back together into the main hall. If the children have been separated, they come back with their parents, and we do some type of activity. And in April, it was witnessing the crucifixion.
What expectations are there, either with Father John or you, with Alicia, with the team? How do you measure what is being done? What are your goals? And are they being met? Are you feeling there's progress here?
Well, it is our hope that every family join family catechesis. It is a must. If you have someone that is preparing for a sacrament, they must attend family catechesis, and the whole family must attend. We give them a prayer book, or the word and song book, safe environment information, and we also have them do a yearly family project. They should be doing the readings for the week and the questions for the week at home. The parents are the first teachers, so we just want to give them their tools so that they can practice their faith together.
How has this been embraced by the parish?
This is our 5th year. It seems like it's just now being embraced. There's still some that are skeptical. At first there was a lot of skepticism. They wanted the traditional after school, drop your kids off, CCD program. But more and more we have families that are registering just to come. They don't need a sacrament.
Is there, let's say, a final thought you may have, or maybe a family you want to highlight, or how do you see success in your program? How do you see it being fruitful?
There's many successes. I see it as when a family comes to you and say that this has helped their family come together and be very close. I also see a success when other parishes are wanting to do your program.
Such as?
Tehachapi. They've come and witnessed our program.
So what did Father Michael Cox and,
Yes.
and some people, what did they see? What did they...
Well, they like the program, and now they've started it in their parish.
Is there one final thought, very briefly, that you have, Rosie?
That Family Catechesis is a very good program, and if anybody would like to come and witness what we're doing, you're more than welcome.
Thank you very much. That brings to conclusion another episode of Parish Profiles. We hope you enjoyed the visit to St. Mary the Apostles Church in Fresno. And beautiful St. John the Evangelist Parish in Wasco. And we hope you'll join us again next week as we share 2 more parishes in our diverse and very rich diocese here in the Central Valley.
If your parish has a great story to share, we'd like to hear from you. Visit us at knxt.tv/profiles and tell us more. You may be featured in a future episode of KNXT's Parish Profiles.